The dolphin icon will allow us to configure which incentives we want to use. We have 2 animations for children and a volume and time bars for adults. To configure and print the automatic diagnostics, we will press the icon in the upper right corner. The post icon allows to configure the dilation comparison, so if we want to compare with the pre, or with the reference, etc. We will click here to configure the spirometry quality warnings. We can define a minimum of maneuvers to indicate the quality degree. The next icon will be used to choose the graphs we want to save and print. On the left side, in this icon we can configure if we want it to show us the date of the last calibration and if we want it to remind us to carry out the verification every day. The first icon allows us to select the working mode as we have seen previously. Finally, as this equipment has the bronchoconstriction test, we will be able to configure some of the parameters of this test. We would only have to review 2 icons in the central part. The niche icon is for activating a specific report template, used in the United States. Finally, the icon next to it allows us to activate or deactivate the timestamp in spirometry reports. If we go back, in case of having the modules activated, we could configure the oximetry tests and maximum pressures. On the left side, the file icon allows us to order our database and define if we want to save only 1 or the best 3 maneuvers. All modifications in this setup could be saved. This icon allows us to recover the default customization, and the other one will be used to save the current configuration as the default. Now we go back. The maintenance icon will show us some options. The first icon includes the standard ATS curves, and we can use them for test or simulation. This icon shows the last maintenance date and what is the interval of days we like for calibration. Other features included are focus to check the hardware of Spirometer, such as the CPU, ADCs, and also adjust the contrast of the internal printer, fill out the distributor data, etc. This option will be used to enter the number of pulses of our turbine transducer. To check this number, we will disassemble the turbine and look for the number. You can fill out this number when introducing the patient data or from the calibration menu. If we need to replace the transducer, we can enable it by entering the digits included in the product. The magnifying glass icon will show us the product identification and the current firmware version. Finally, VC graph icon will allow us to invert the curve of this test. Let's go back to the main menu. We can customize our workspace enabling or disabling the icons. We will press for a while to open the menu and we will choose which ones we want to enable. Once we accept, the spirometer will restart it. Let's press the database icon. Here we can search for a patient, search a record, delete the database, print out a summary of the tests, and personalization. Let's find a patient. We can choose the search by identifier or surname. We will look for the identifier 123, and this patient will be listed. Or we will type a part of the surname to search the patient. Here we are. The next icon, used to search by record, will show all the tests ordered by date. The next one will be used to delete all the database. The customization icon indicates the number of records, if we want to sort by name or identifier, and if we want to save 1 or 3 maneuvers. Finally, the printing icon will print out a summarized list of the records stored in our database.